Hello folks, right, welcome back to another review. Sound of my fat ass sitting in the bottom of this chair, but there you go. Right, we're going to be having a look at Eduards, brand new, that's forgive the name now, Sopwith Camel. Now, a bit of research into this, obviously this is the new dual combo set. Obviously this is two aircraft kits in one. It's 1/48 scale. And it's called Camel and Co. Don't know why. It's supposed to be set off Biggles. No idea, but there we go. Right, so a little bit of information before we start off. This kit is actually a brand new kit from Eduard. And it's not a rebox of the old one they did, it's a brand new one. Now, I've only had a quick look at the parts online on Facebook and obviously Eduard, so I've not had a proper inside this kit yet. So, your experience is going to be as good as mine. So, I picked this up for $32.90, I think it was, something like that. Plastic parts for two complete models of Sopwith F.1 Camel in 1/48 scale. 10 marking options, including 2 Biggles fictional liveries, Eduard photo etched details and die cut masks. Eduard.com. So there we go, there's some information to it. There actually are some beautiful schemes in this. So obviously you get the fictional Bigglesworth one, or two of them, sorry, and then you get actual First World War ones in there as well. So pretty darn nice. Your kit's number, find it. Is number 11151. A simple one. See what I did there. So yeah, so as you can see we get all these marking options on the side. Let me just get you focused in on those. There we go. So quite a lot of information. I have to apologise about the glare on there. It's not what I felt like I can do on that. There we go. I'm just going to have to adjust the legs. Sorry about this. 2 seconds. Right, apologies guys. There we go. All sorted up. So, let's have a look inside. First time opening the box. Right. Okay. So, yes. Wow. Okay, so we got our 2 stocks of masks. 2 lots of photo etch on there. And all our pieces, in one great big bag, okay. Oh my word, oh that's beautiful. Right, straight away we've got some beautiful detail on there, all the fabric, metal work around the engine, column, stitching, wow, beautiful, beautiful indeed. And of course we'll, as always, go through our instructions first. So we have the decals on the bottom. It looks like we have some American schemes as well. Nice, some stuff there. Okay, so obviously these decals are the Eduard ones. So not cartograph anymore. So there we go. I've not yet to have a look at these. So, right. Refocus you again. There we go. So, front cover page. Nice. And really quite detailed. Limited edition dual combo. Right, okay, first page, straight away, your colour callouts on the bottom. There you go. Right, so we got our part callouts. Now, straight away, I've noticed there's some parts we're not using. So we've got some different top LMGs on the top here. Different parts. Excuse me, we're not going to be using. That's a bit strange. Maybe some future releases, who knows. Anyway, obviously there's 2 of each, so you get 2 kits in this one. Straight away we're moving on to the cockpit area. So we have an option for our seat. You can use the plastic one bed in the kit. Wonder what that's going to be like with the, it's basically a nice wicker seat you sat on. You've got obviously the photo etch one instead if you wish to use that one. That's going on top of the fuel tank, very health and safety there going on. Top of the fuel tank into a subframe. And then we have some different options for our... There's quite a lot of work going on here. So you have the choice of whether we want the plastic part for the instrument dial, or you have the photo etch. Bit of a strange one that is, because I both like both, but there we go. Now obviously we got the breech for the MGs, the Vickers guns, along with their cock and handles, photo etch fitted into there on top of the magazines, and it all fits together very nicely. It looks like we have some different marking options, obviously which one's which, if you choose for scheme. Then we're on to move on to the floor, where you've got our rudder pedals sat in there. Got some oil tanks, I think, going on there, along with the control yoke being fitted onto there. Finally, it looks like we have the two fuselage sides being fitted on with some throttle levers, oil openers, and even a fire extinguisher, I think, or an option, but I don't know. It's quite difficult to tell on a first of all aircraft what this bottle was, but there we go. So a lot of woodwork is going to be used into this. So obviously that's all gone together. There we see on the frame. There we go. So we got all our different options here. We got our skids going onto the bottom here. Looks like we've got some photo etched parts on that skid. That's going to be fun. Now I would like, personally, like a lot of my first world aircraft, I do like to rig the inside of the cockpit. I don't know why, it just gives that nice bit of detail going on there. So we've got the two fuselage halves. Now this is interesting. It says do not glue these two sub-assemblies. You just pot into the side, and then you flip it over and you pop this through the middle. So it's kind of weird because you've got your two fuselage sides being fitted in there. You've got your oil tank, or fuel tank, and your seat, the subframe. The MG's been fitted onto the front, and then finally this last little piece, which has the cockpit floor and the actual metal tank underneath being slotted into there. That is weird, but really nice engineered. Okay, so it looks like we have some different versions. Obviously we have our top sub-assembly. Obviously why was given the camel for its hump design in the front here. Now it looks like we have some different engines being fitted. So in order, we have the Bentley engine, Clerget, Gnome, and the Lerone engine. So obviously these are different versions the Sopwith were fitted with. Obviously make sure you're choosing the right scheme before you make start. I know a few aircraft that I have, I'm pretty lucky to have the 1/32 winglet wings, I do apologise, yawning, the Clerget engine I have. That would be nice to build. Oh, sorry, I missed a part. Obviously that bit fitted onto there, obviously with different cowlings being fitted on as well, obviously for which version you're doing. And then it looks like your top frame for, obviously like I said before, the camel going fitted in there. And of course you got your windscreen, your photo etch gun sight. I need to stop yawning, this is ridiculous. I know it's 11 o'clock at night, but come on. Your photo etch gun sight being fitted into there. It looks like you have your ammunition chutes being fitted onto the sides as well. And then what do we have here? That's the normal options. Then we've got one with a telescopic sights being fitted down in there. And then obviously we have our Vickers being fitted. I don't know why they've done different versions on that. Oh, I think one had a windscreen, some didn't. One had a telescopic sight, but there we go. Right, so we come to our elevators at the back here. Obviously we've got some photo etch parts where you want to remove the plastic parts and put them on to do the control surfaces, obviously the wires and cables, pulleys, obviously your rudder pedals fitted onto there, like so. Same again with that one. Rudder pedal, sorry. The actual rudder itself. And the same again with the bottom wings as well, obviously where you want to make an option of removing those tabs and putting them onto there. You also have some detail on the wings as well, a bit like the SE5 they did beforehand, where they had the glass part over the, or perspex over the pulley to make sure it's all okay. Easy for ground maintenance. What have we got here? Some kind of, oh, it's the fuel cap being fitted onto the top there. I wonder what it was then. Obviously they're all going together. Right, so we have the top wing. Obviously it looks like we have some different versions of the wing being fitted on. Obviously, again, making sure which marking options you want to do. Looks like we've got 4 lots of those top wings being fitted on. And then we have our struts being fitted in. Obviously all our detail of what paints and why is going on. And obviously we have our, I think that is our speedometer on the side there. I think anyway, I'm not too sure, but there we go. Being fitted onto there along with the struts and the pitot tube. Did I miss a page? No, it's very big pages. And then it looks like the last remaining parts, we do have the options of obviously which ones you want to do. We've got our landing gear as well, so again sticking with that, choosing the scheme and staying with it. We have a option for a bomb release pack underneath, being fitted on nicely there. Obviously our Cooper bombs being sat under there. We also have these things on the bottom. I'm trying to think out what they were for. So I noticed on the American one, I think this is the scheme you get. We do get some of these. I'm not sure what they're for, but I don't know if they're some kind of shoots or observation balloons. I don't know. But there we go. Right, so we have our different props going in the bottom here. We have different props being fitted in there. Obviously, which engines you want to do. And then last but not least, it looks like, oh, this is actually interesting. So we have in the middle of the cowling, there is a part, and that is actually a part for from the kit itself. So you can make that pretty simple. Obviously, a diagram of your rigging going on, and obviously we've got our masks being fitted on for our wheels. Our glass pieces, not many of them, but there we go. Be fitted onto there. And that is how it is. And now see your last rigging diagram of what everything is about. Pretty long ramble there of what we're having, but there we go. Right, so straight away, colour schemes. Bright colour. Let's have a, I'm going to turn this over, so let's have a look at this. Right, Captain James Biggleworth, number 266 RAFC, obviously not RAF, it's RFC, March 1917. The author of the Biggles books from W.E. Johns illustrated his first books himself, and like illustrated, Howard Lee sometimes depicted British aircraft from the Great War with blue fuselage and yellow wings. This reason may have been finding the colours of the British aircraft too dull, and the seeking inspiration of the US Air Force at the time. In the Biggles books, this paint scheme of the camel appeared in several modifications, and we've selected the one that anticipated them in the books Biggles of the Camel Squadron, published in 1935 by John Hamilton Limited, with, if nothing else, illustrations by Howard Lee. As this visually represents a fictional camels or fictional pilot, the serial number is also fictioned. There was no J's in the case of the Sopwith Camel production. So, like I said at the very start, there's 2 schemes in this aircraft that is based obviously on Bigglesworth, which is from a book. So, 2 schemes are fictional, like it said at the very start. The other 8 schemes are all real. So it's kind of, that's a nice touch, really. I do like that. Very nice. Right, oh, that's interesting. So, right, we have another Bigglesworth one on the top here. I do like this one. Obviously, same scheme, 266 Squadron, summer 1918. So why has it changed? It's that. Let's have a look. In this form of late Biggles, Camel was described in the short stories, blah blah blah. In both cases, we read about letters drawn from Camel's nose, similar to the practice SC5 or DH4 from 55, blah blah blah. Try have a look. Here we go. Another clue is that the German pilots identified Biggles' aircraft as a blue engine cowling and declared him as the most permanent enemy. The entire squadron painted their nose of their machines blue subsequently. In later story, there's also mentioned the Bentley engine in Biggles' aircraft serial number. Again, fictionless, the individual markings on squadrons are white. Okay, so this is a different option that was given in the book. So number A and B are fictional. So right, let's move on to the actual schemes then. I do like this one. So this is Captain Clive Collett of 70 Squadron, France Summer 1917. A very nice, typical camera scheme. Obviously all our paints are in Mr. Colour, so you have to find out yourself. Oh, this is an interesting scheme. I do remember seeing this one. Captain Walter Huncliffe, apparently, some would say. 10 Naval Squadron, Royal Naval Air Service, France, March 1918. I do like that if you want to go for a bit of a colour scheme. Right, and this is one I think I may do straight away. I've noticed out. This is Captain Brown's, Alpha Brown, who obviously, if you want to get caught up with who shot down the Red Baron, this was one of the guys who got caught up in the incident. So I may like do this one with, I like the idea of doing this one with a actual 148 Fokker DR1 from Eduard itself, but there we go. Nice one. He had the gnome engine, I believe, but there you go. I might have been biting the bullet there. The last ones, Captain Harold Beamish of number 3 Naval Air Squadron at Inverness in Belgium, 1917. Again, blue nose one. And here is one of the American ones. Henry R. Clay Jr. US Air Service from France, October 1918. So very late war. Oh, a very interesting all red scheme. Okay. Okay, Victor Armstrong. Let's have a read of this. Is this real? It is. This is a real aircraft, obviously all red. That's interesting. Okay. Point Bacon. And then we have a nice all blue scheme, obviously the yellow skin on the sides. Captain Francis Luxemore. Okay. 78 Squadron, Hornchurch, Great Britain, July 1980. So that's a trainer one. And last but not least, we have another American version, March 1919. So this is post-war aircraft. And there we go, guys. Right, some nice colour instructions in there. Very nice indeed. Okay, so let's have a look at these decals. Okay, so I'll bring you in a second. I'm not going out the back, but these are the Eduard decals. Now, obviously, of what I've heard through the grapevine, they swapped from Cartograph to Eduard. I do not know why. Probably just to get their own in. I do not know, but that's for another day. Not as many markings in there. Obviously, they're all basic ones. Obviously, let's face it, there's not a lot of marking options on these aircraft. There's not any signs to say do not walk here, do not lift here, etc, etc. But there we go. They do look very nice. They're very glossy. Actually, no, for the record, let's have a look. Okay, it's nice resealable bags as always from Eduard. Here we go. Right. Let's have a feel. Right, so yeah, very glossy decals. Straight away, I'll see these made in the Czech Republic. Yeah, carrier film is okay on there, so I suggest you get a nice glossy, not finish, but like a nice glossy surface to the model when you go and apply these on. Very nice indeed. Let's get those back in the bags before I don't ruin them. I need to have a test of what these decals are and see, because I've seen many tutorials of how to use them. People, no, if you don't know, there's, oh my god, if you're a bit late to the party or whatever, the decals have a carrier film over the top. Now, a lot of people are removing these, or I've seen many people leave them. I've seen most people remove them, and they do come out nice, and sometimes they come out horrible. So you could make your model look absolutely nice, and then really let you down at the very end. It's one of those, bit harsh, but yeah. Right, so moving on, we have photo etch parts. Go down here, bring you to the surface. Come on, and focus. There we go. Right, so it looks like if you have the instrument panel, it does look like it's pre-painted in the wood. Okay, so make note of that. Obviously, try not to get the glare. We have the seats. We'll go into that on the plastic later. Our lap belt being fitted onto the bottom there, and obviously this is 2 lots. So there we go. Masks. What can I say? 2 lots of masks. Not a fat lot. Right, here's the moment we'll all be waiting for. Plastic. Now, they're all in one bag, which is a bit confusing because I've never seen that from Eduard at all whatsoever. So I just pray to God nothing's broken in here and we lose the part. Obviously we got our glass pieces in there. Show you one. Obviously these are duplicate ones, so I'm only going to show you ones per each. Not many there, but very nice and crystal clear. Just give it a tap, make sure nothing's fallen out. Okay. Right, straight away let's have a look at the elephant in the room, the fuselage. Okay, right. Yep. So straight away I can tell this is a brand new moulding straight away. We actually have some nice letter in the top corner here to tell us, and some parts down in here. Straight away, what can I say, the plastic is nice and crisp. Let me bring you up and show you some of the surface detail on this aircraft, okay? Right, so straight away underneath the light there you can see some nice ribbon and stitching across the top wings there. So you get many top wings in this kit. But then on the fuselage sides as well. So look if I can. There you go. There we go. All beautifully done. All the stitching is actually recessed as well. You can feel it across the top of the surface. With a wash, that'll come out spot on. And obviously on our wood panels as well. Oh, that's cool. Right, on the wood panel, both sides, we do actually get some. I don't know if you can just see on the light there. We actually get where the nails go. How about that? And then obviously interior as well. This is going to be a tiny little aircraft from 148, do remember. But it looks spot on. Now obviously, oh actually on a minute, we get 2 different fuselage by the looks of it. Going back to why it was called the Camel, we have 2 humpback parts. Just there. Just so you see in the light again, nails sticking out all over. Yep, so the stitching on these wings. Okay. Very nice indeed. I'm liking this straight away. So that's one. Obviously we do have another duplicate one. Let's go on to the detail. Okay, right. So these are the different types of engines. See down here. Bring you up. Okay, so the engines are very nicely detailed. All cylinders are poking through as always they should be, and there's no flash at all on these parts whatsoever. Very nice indeed. So going into more detail, we have obviously our different parts for our instrument panel. Now looking at the seats, okay, so I don't know whether it's to pay off in using that photo etch part in there. I don't know if you're that detailed, but even just the plastic on its own, the detail is really nice and crisp on that seat. Now I've noticed they are doing some resin parts for the seat and it does look spot on, but let's face it, it's a tiny little kit. If it's 1/32, then yeah, maybe, but from 1/48 you're not going to see much of it. Get some nice detail on the prop as well as not of the detail on the other parts, including on the throttle levers on your sides. Scuba bombs as well. Oil tank looks nice, and your breech for your Vickers guns as well. There we go. Right, obviously another duplicate one going over, and then we have one more sprue on here. Okay, so some of these parts you're not going to be using, like, I don't know why, but we have some different overhead Lewis guns being fitted onto the top there. Very strange indeed. Oh, that's interesting. So it appears we have a French, I've forgotten the name of it now, but that's a French weapon, so why? Good question. Again, we have all our nose cowlings on the front, obviously went through the different ones. Air intakes as well. Spot on. Nice. In the bottom there. Riveting as well. Very nice. Including, there you go, wheels. Obviously we've got our different controls going on to there. As such, it's all, this part is all the tiny little details. Now I think I've missed off the, I want to have a look at the Vickers guns. Have I missed them? Or is that me being awkward? Let's have a look. Oh, there we go. Yep. We do miss them. We did miss them, sorry. Okay, right. So, they're the LMGs. Now you do cut the sprue off at the actual nozzle, so I believe you can, if you want to drill that hole out. That's pretty cool, but there you go. Right, so that concludes the plastic, guys. Some of it is very glossy, I've noticed, especially on these parts just here. The very glossy surface there you can see on the struts there, compared to the, yeah, very weird, but there we go. Right guys, that concludes the kit. Very, very beautiful. Now, if you're got your spectacles on, you're having a look, then yes, this kit is absolutely spot on. It's beautiful. It's going to be a dream to put together, I believe, being Eduard, and their technical, obviously it's Eduard in general, so the kit's going to be really nice. So there we go. There's not much more I can say, but apart from that, yes, it looks a very nice kit. Thumbs up from me. And I'd probably love to make a start on one straight away, but maybe sometime later. But there we go. Thank you very much for watching the review. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Let me know what you think, and if you do pick one up, let me know how you get on with it. Alright, thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe to the channel if need be. As always, take care, and goodbye for now.